Hey everyone, how's it going? Dablooon here, and today's another BTD6 video, and today's going to be high finance and alternate Bloon rounds. I know I don't do too many alternate Bloon rounds anymore, but high finance is going to be my next big beast to conquer, and so I figured, hey, let's knock out some alternate Bloon rounds in case someone has a little trouble with it, because sometimes you do, right? Like alternate Bloon rounds can be pretty tricky sometimes. So we're going to do this one with no monkey knowledge, of course. Well, not of course, but we're going to do it with no monkey knowledge to show you that even with a little bit that you have, you can knock this out super easy. So no excuses to knock this map out, because if I can do it without monkey knowledge, you can definitely do it with it. So we're gonna do that, and definitely follow on that Instagram, follow on that Twitch, and then hit the like and subscribe button, of course, to help out the channel. And let's jump right in, guys. So like I said, we're going to be doing some high finance. We're going to use Oben as our hero and no monkey knowledge. I would recommend using monkey knowledge because it would make this 10 times easier. I just figured, hey, let's try it without it, see if we can do it. And sure enough, I was able to do it, which was cool. It didn't take too much time. So I figured, hey, it'll make it easier for you guys to learn this map and to how easy it could be. And I figured, oh, this is an expert map. Or is it expert or is it advanced? Either way, it doesn't really matter. We'll be fine. But we're going to throw a dart monkey right here. And we're going to let him chunk some lives. I tried him on strong. I tried him on first. I tried him on last. He's still going to miss these blues. He just feels like it. Look at that. Just skips them all. But it's fine. We'll be okay. Now he'll hit all these guys, which is cool. And then make sure your auto start is off for this beginning. We're going to sell him and buy an Oben. It seems a little weird to do, but I'm just trying to save as many lives as I can in the beginning because we are going to get this thing down to like the nitty gritty. We're going to lose like a chunk of lives. And it is what it is. I tried it with a bin so I could get my lives back, but I just couldn't think of anything good enough to use it for, and I kept messing up. So tried it with an Oben. Sure enough, it worked because the leads come at level 10. So I figured, hey, let's chunk the few red and blue camos we're going to lose and lose a few lives here and there, and then we'll come back strong on 10 with our Oben. So then first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a ninja after this to help out with those camos. So ends up being pretty simple, but like I said, if you have the monkey knowledge, use it. And then hopefully you have the hero upgrade as well. So you can place your Oben as your first tower in the same spot that I did. And then also you can, so you place him first and then you throw down his brambles like immediately on the second round and you should be just fine, or third round, whatever it is. So that's my recommendation. And then you wouldn't have any of these lives lost, but it's going to seem a little RNG, they call it, or random, because we're going to be using a lot of brambles and trees and they're going to be placed in the wrong spots because Oben notoriously, like, the best spot to have a bramble is right here in the middle, right? Or on this bottom path, because the map goes like this in a U and it goes like this in an S. So both tracks come right here. So that's where you want his bramble and tree every time. You guys know Oben, you know he's not going to do that. So you're going to say, okay, it's a little random based on that. But what happens is we're going to use the brambles every time it comes out. And what that means is it's going to kind of even itself out to where we're going to lose the same amount of lives, both of us. And I know this because I've done this 3 times on challenge editor and then once regular on chimps to make sure that, hey, it does work like that. So we're gonna be chilling. So like right now, place it, and that's the best spot for it. So we got lucky in this first round. He might not, you might lose a couple lives here, but like I said, it won't matter because he'll make up for it in another round, in which, like around here, that it'll mess up for me, it might not for you. So it'll totally be fine and it'll be chilling, don't worry. So let's get the Seeking Shurikens, and then we'll get the sharp shurikens. But like I said, if you have the monkey knowledge, you'll be just fine. You won't have to worry about any of this, and you won't have to worry about saying, oh, it's just random, because it won't be. It'll be easy. And so we got him up to a 101. We're going to get a 201, and then hopefully that'll hold us by for a little bit. And as long as you get Oben down to like greens and blues and yellow, or greens and blues and reds, he's totally fine. So we're just going to make it easier for him over and over and over. And as you can see, it's like a pretty bad spot. Like this is super lackluster, and he has half of his radius missing. Same with Oben, because he really, I mean, I wish he could see up here in this track. That would make him so much better for this, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? And so we're gonna do what we can. Next thing we're gonna do though, see, that's 2 brambles in 2 terrible spots. So what are you gonna do? So we're gonna do a double shot now, and then for a while though, I thought he was actually kind of placing them on the track that I needed him to, like for that next round. And I was like, cool, he's keeping up with this. Like right now he should place it on the S, and he does. So you somewhat think that, and then the next round he won't. So I'm like, maybe it's not that specific, but who knows. Okay, this one, you're going to get it. I put it a little bit too late, but luckily we had that brambles there, so we're chilling. But if you're watching this and then playing, which I would always recommend, just don't talk through it. Like, I was just 10 minutes into this and I got to level 40 and I died because I forgot to put the last tower I needed down, because of course I was talking to myself, telling a cool story to myself, and I lost. So what are you gonna do? But thank you guys too. I wanted to mention that, and I put a reminder on my phone even because I forget my talking points. Like, I have ideas about what I want to talk about, and then I completely forget. So I wanted to just to say to you guys, thank you so much for, I know in the last video on my, Peninsula Chimps, I was like, so what's the deal with the chopper and his faster throwing? And I got tons of explanations on it. So thank you guys so much for being just such a great community. Like, I asked a question, not only are you guys watching through the entire video to hear the question, but you are responding with like helpful answers, and you're not like calling me names for it or anything. So I love it, and you guys are so cool. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. And then I'm going to throw down brambles. Don't forget your brambles, guys. Okay, see, there you go. Perfectly good example of him placing it exactly where he doesn't need it. But who knows? Maybe this is an easy level. Oben knows it, and he's placing it for the next round, right? Let's go. Let's give him that. See, purples. There you go. Oben knew what he was doing. But we're going to get this guy up to a Berserker Brew. And we're going to put down another bramble here. And I wish the brambles stayed forever like the tree, but they don't. But maybe one day. Maybe one day. But Oben's so strong, like, just for that. You know what I mean? So if it wasn't for Oben, like, half these maps I probably wouldn't even be able to beat, because he just makes them so much easier. The way he buffs ninjas, the way he buffs everybody, the way his tree just slurps up everything in this path. Like, it's just so cool. But now that we got this guy to a 300 and this guy's a 301, we're going to shoot him up all the way to a Bloon Jitsu. And we're going to hope that we can hold on and not die or lose any lives until then. In every run that I've done on this, I did, like I said, 3 on Challenge Editor, 1 in the regular. I ended with maybe 12 lives. Like, that's kind of what it works with. One of them was even 7. So there's a little bit of I gave myself a little pad. So even if you end it with 1, who cares? You still beat it, right? And remember, this isn't a gold or black border. You're not trying to worry about that. So you're just going to hit home if you have any problems, right? You don't have to fret about losing a life here or there. Not a big deal. And then, so what I mean is, like, if it just looks like too overwhelming, or you didn't play something as I did, just say forget it, go home and do it. I don't want to do that, just because I like these videos to be just a clean, straight shot through, to show you that there isn't much, there's no crazy stuff going on. You just knock it out and get it done. What was I doing? Oh, this guy. Okay, we're going to upgrade to him. I just want to make sure, because like I said, I just blow things up and mess things up. Okay, good there, good there. Now that we got him, we're pretty much good to go. Now what we're going to do is upgrade this one, or get rid of it for 750, or build it, whatever you want to call it. That, and then we're going to build a sniper. We're going to go to the ceramic killing sniper, because this is fortified Moabs, because it's alternate Bloon rounds. And as you know, Moabs are kind of hard on their own on round 40, especially on these harder maps. So having them fortified is just kind of mean. So we're going to do the best that we can to make this thing just as easy as possible. So the ceramic one, since we're not going to have enough money to get like all the way up to main Moab, because obviously main Moab would just knock it out immediately. Like you wouldn't have any problems, right? It would just stay up there and just eventually die, which is cool, and that's what we want, but it's not going to happen. So what we're going to do here is make it the easy as we can, try to knock this thing out. But the problem I'm going to have is that, to be honest, is that if Oben doesn't put his brambles in the bottom path, we are going to die. I know. He probably just clicked away because of that. But let me tell you, like I said, done it 4 times, and he has not let me down yet. So because this is a video, and it's, you know, live for me right now, right? I feel like he's going to mess up on me, but we'll see. He hasn't yet, like I said. So maybe he won't. And I don't honestly know for sure if it won't pop without the brambles. I just haven't had the problem with not having them yet. So but I'm doing everything I can to make that easier, and hopefully it just knocks it out and we'll just be chilling. But next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab that Deadly Precision. Then we're going to buy some other stuff too. But I get real clicky fingers here, and I just immediately press play. And I don't wait on 40, and that's my downfall, guys. So we're going to wait and not put one down on 40 or on 39. We're just going to let that one be. I know there's the way you can put one down in the beginning and then kind of hope for the best, but we're not going to do that, okay? We're going to do it our way. And now what we're going to do here is we're going to grab a glue gunner. And what I meant by that was I was kind of just talking like half. What I was saying is that if you put the brambles at the beginning of 39 and then you press it again for 40, you'll have 2. So that's 2 chances to have a Moab killer at your disposal. But we're not going to do that. I don't think we're going to need it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to hope that when we place it, it goes where we need it to. And it's, like I said, it's put it there every single time for this Moab. So I know it's random, but I feel like it's not sometimes. I feel like he actually is trying to help us. And then the reason why I placed that glue gunner is obvious. Sometimes it hurts to pop the ceramics open, so I put the glue gunner there so he wouldn't get up to the Ninja, because I did it one time and the Ninja started popping them and we had this whole flood go through. So the glue slows him down so the sniper can take him out. I'm sure you guys got that, but just in case, it helps out. But yeah, so like every single time I've done that on 40, he has put the brambles right in that spot. So I think sometimes he actually is on our side, and let me know if it didn't for you. Please, yeah, just let me know in the comments. That's my I guess my question of the day. Did that work for you just like that? Because it's worked for me every time and I don't see it being an issue, and hopefully it's not. Okay, so now what we have is a 402 Alchemist. We have a 401 Ninja, and I'm not going to go Caltrops because I just don't feel like it's going to be necessary, because he's just going to throw it on the side path, and our U is pretty strong, right? So we're good there. We have an Oben and this guy. We'll get him up to main mob later, but for now what we're going to do is we're going to build this guy right here. And the bummer thing about this thing is that there's only one spot to put anybody on. Like, you can't even put a dart here. I don't know why. I feel like you should be able to, but hey. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a glue gunner again and put him here. But this one is going to be a Moab glue, of course. But no glue splatter. We don't need any of that stuff, because he's not here to pop balloons or to slow balloons. He's here to slow Moabs. And so Moabs never move, at least on like alternate balloon rounds, fast enough or in a cluster enough to make it worthwhile to buy that glue splatter. See, here just hit 2 with that one shot, so we're chilling. All right, now our next step here, guys, is to put down brambles so he cannot pop, so we cannot go where we need him to. That's what I'm saying. So that's why we did it earlier and we just kept using him over and over. We're kind of good now, but you just can't rely on him. You can for round 40 apparently. So I guess there's like a new thing in the game. Let me know. I don't know. It worked though. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this guy, a mage, second favorite tower in the game, by the way, guys. We're gonna put him right here, and we're gonna go. Let's do camo first, and then arcane blast, because I know some camos are gonna come out right here, right? I think. Meanwhile, our sniper's keeping everything at bay, which is awesome. Yeah, so it was camo. So I'm glad we did that, but he can't even pop purples, so yeah, whatever. I'm sorry, it's just a weird strategy. Because I was like, I had my video for today was going to be the achievement Axis of, I think it's called Axis of Power. And that's where you get the sniper, 3 tier 5 snipers on 1 chimps map. And so what I was like, this should be easy. It's just snipers. Like, it's not going to be a big deal. Sure enough, it was actually like kind of tough because those snipers are quite pricey. So it ended up being, what was it? I think it was $110,000 for all 3 snipers total, with a little bit of upgrades here to make them useful. And then the problem was that, what was I going to say? Sorry, I'm watching this. It's kind of getting a little, I feel like I'm forgetting something. No, we're cool. Okay, so the problem is though, is it costs 110,000. Well, you only have like roughly 177,000 in that mode in what's it called? $177,000 to spend in chimps total. So you have what, 60 grand to spend on towers. So I'm like, what the heck? So it ended up being actually kind of difficult and taking some time. But then I found out that you can actually, as long as you get them placed, you don't have to beat the round, which was a little funny. So you don't have to win. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's what was the intention, was just to have them placed. But like I said, like I went through it and I died and I'm like, I just got the achievement. So if you guys want a little cheat sheet, just go on there, throw the towers down as fast as you can and then die, and it's totally fine. But that's not cool for a video, so I'm definitely going to make it to where we beat it. And I found out a way using Churchill, and of course the Achievement Pro map logs. So that'll be Friday, so stay tuned for that. It'll be kind of fun. And so okay, so we have our Arcane Spike. So he's a 402, and this guy's our little monster. And now what we're gonna do here is we're going to grab this guy and make sure he's only in range of Oben, the sniper, and the mage. I only want him in range of the mage, but I'm just making sure he's not in range of the glue gunner to make him kind of a waste, right? And it's cool to have him on the sniper, I guess makes him stronger, but you know, Oben really doesn't need it as much. We're cool. We're going to get him all the way to 402 too. And you're kind of thinking like, why do you still have it on the ninja? But the ninja's actually helping quite a bit. He's in a terrible spot and he's terrible range. He's actually helping. I like him. And for the record though, the tree is also, you want it in that same exact spot if you can. So like the exact same spot. So we're going to keep placing it until it gets here in the bottom. And then once it's in the bottom, just leave it. Let it crash open. Just let it be itself and do its thing, because that is the best spot for it by far, and it cleans up the messes and all that kind of stuff. So if it's there, leave it there. We're going to put him on strong too, the alchemist, to help out. But so I hope that makes sense. But yeah, make sure, and if he's not there, like let's say he popped up over here for you, use him again until he gets there and just leave him there. Let him do his thing on 63 and all that kind of stuff. Because until then, the side one doesn't really help as much, just for the you want it here first, so it hits everything. All right, so we got this guy. He's on faster throwing. So everybody's where I want them to be so far. We got him up to 402, him up to 401, 013, 402, 402, and our sniper. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab that main Moab. And that's really going to help us too, because these things are starting to come in a little hot. And the glue gunner's helping, but he's not like, you know, he's not like that much helping. So we're going to make this guy make it easier for us. And now what? Now what? Leave that like that. So the mage is going to do all the work for a while, especially with that alchemist on him and everything. So what we're going to do here is we're going to build this. We're going to buy a helicopter. And pretty much the helicopter is going to like solo it for us. All right, he's going to do all the work, keep everybody at bay. And yeah, guys, we're pretty much almost there. So it's going to get a little tricky with these trees. So hopefully yours is in the right spot. And like I said, we can put a new one down if we wanted to, but this one has, I don't think it's taken any balloons in. So just don't. And don't upgrade it or remove it. Just leave it there, let it do its thing, and then place it on the bottom if it's not. All right, so we can do quad darts, pursuit, bigger jets, and IFR. And the reason why we're doing that is because I don't want to buy a village unless we have money extra at the end. So he's going to pop camo on his own. He's not going to be like a great, I mean, it's not going to make that much of a difference. So we're just going to grab our Razor rotors, and then we're going to get up to an Apache, and we'll be chilling. And the next hardest part is just the hope that this strategy that we have so far can rock us another 20 grand, which I believe it can. So just kind of sit back and hold it out. But you can see how pursuit's kind of wacky, right? So it's not that great. But we are on 63, and that's why I said keep replacing your tree until it's on the bottom, because without it, I don't know if we would fail because we have the Archmage, but I don't want to chance it. You don't need to. My take on that. And let's just keep on rocking it, guys. But I'm going to put another one here, and see, that's not a good spot. So as soon as it's ready to be freed up again, I'm going to place them again and leave it there again. And just keep doing that over and over until it's there. You don't need the brambles anymore. It's not necessary. We have our arcane spike who's destroying it. We still have our ninja who's doing really good. And now we have this guy who's going to help out a lot, especially once he has 21,170. So now you can change it to auto start, because like I said, besides placing a tree down, there's nothing we can do. We're just kind of waiting it out. But it's kind of lame how, like, I understand why people don't like the helicopter on pursuit. Like, right, he's doing all right now, but that's just because the Archmage. But until the Archmage started picking up the slack, like, he was just kind of letting everything slide through. And I get it, he's not that strong, but it is what it is. Okay, see, perfect spot for that. I'm not going to touch it again until it needs to be, or it takes on a ton of damage, and we will be fine. I tell you, there will be nothing that can come through our defenses at this point. No maybes, no mishaps. And as I said earlier in the beginning, you might have like 14 lives, maybe even as low as 7. I've had that, but don't worry, you're not going to lose any more, and there's no chance of losing anymore. So we made it this far, and you're chilling. And this is going to be a relatively short video, actually. It's only going to be like 23 minutes, which is pretty cool. I love these 80 rounders, because the 100 rounds are, you know, they take a long time. I've asked people have asked me actually to come up with like shorter videos, and I tell them I try, but I can't, just because I want to show you every step of gameplay, and it's kind of hard if, you know, like I cut it and edit it, and you might, I know if I edited these things or cut them, or I get comments saying like, well, it didn't work out for me because of this. And I'm like, yeah, so I just want to make sure this is like super easy to follow. We need 10 more grand though. No, even more, huh? That's crazy. But I'm trying to get this thing also taken care of pretty quickly, because I have a stream coming up at 7 p.m. And I'm uploading this after, because I've learned that my computer cannot upload to YouTube and upload a live stream at the same time. I don't think it's my computer, it's more of the internet. But so it cannot hang. And so I'm going to basically get it all ready and then have it uploaded after I get off the stream. So it probably won't be uploaded till like probably 11:30 tonight, 11 around there. But because usually I would say like, join me in the stream if you're watching this right now. But I wasn't able to film it yesterday because, yeah, I've just been hanging out with my wife yesterday. So like basically what happens is like Monday's my video, right? So I come home and I'll make the video and then post it. And then Tuesday I'm like, oh, well, I want to get a jump start on Wednesday. So then I'll come home Tuesday night after work and make a video and get it ready. Well, that sometimes takes half the night, right? And so then Wednesday comes and I post the video and I stream. And then Thursday, I'm like, well, I have to get ready for Friday. And then all of a sudden, it's 5 days of Bloons, and then I don't get to hang out with my wife at all. So basically, what we're doing here is filming this right before the stream. And Wednesday was like Bloons Day. Tuesday was no Bloons Day. Thursday will be no Bloons Day, and Friday will be Bloons Day, if that makes sense. So it's kind of crazy, but it's crazy to balance like work and everything. Crazy. We'll get there though. So we need 5 more grand, really. 4 more grand, sorry. And then we'll get this thing on its way. But let me know below too, guys, if you guys I'll let the views speak for themselves as well. Like that's kind of why I stopped doing alternate balloon rounds and impoppables and stuff, is because the views were lacking as far as like chimps. Obviously most people type in chimps and want to see chimps. Second would be half cash. That's why I do a lot of half cash. But really, I was having very low turnouts on alternate balloon rounds and the impoppables and double HV Moabs, things like that. So please let me know in the comments below if this is what you're into, and if you guys want more alternate balloon round strategies. They're fun too. I like them because they're just a little different. ABR is definitely like my least favorite round, but it's still fun to try to like come up with different things, because like this is not what I would do for a normal round, right? Like on hard mode, I just had a boat and I put a village around him and an alchemist and let him do like 90% of the work, and then I got an Apache, and then it was over with like that quick. Those are more thoughtful and you have to go through them. So let me know below if you guys are into the ABRs, and yeah, and if not, let me know and I'll stick to the half caches and the chimps and the achievements and the fun stuff. But thought I'd change it up a little bit, try something different. Okay, so we have enough for our heli. We're good to go. Now you can reset your tree. It doesn't really matter where he goes now. You have the heli. You're fine. Now our last thing we're going to do here, well, I guess second to last thing, we're going to put an alchemist, but make sure he's in range of your helicopter, of course, and put him on the track. It doesn't hurt to have him pop in a few leads that come out. We're going to go to 1350 on him. And then we're going to get stronger stimulant and acid pool and fast throwing, all that kind of stuff. We have 3 alchemists on this one, which is pretty crazy, but gotta do what you gotta do. And I'm kind of curious about how I'm going to play this for impoppable and chimps. I think there'll be different strategies. I think for impoppable, I'm going to, instead of throwing a plane over here or a helicopter, I think I'm going to throw some banana farms. That's what I did on hard anyway. So definitely throw some banana farms. And then for chimps, I don't even know, guys. I don't think I want to rock Ben or Oben again. I think I'm going to use like I don't even know. Probably maybe a Pat, right? And put the Pat like right here. Or would his range be not enough? Probably with this little bush here, the range won't be enough to hit everybody. So many different ideas. You never know. But I'm just curious what chimps. So if you guys have already beaten this on chimps, also let me know below what you guys did. And maybe I can work that into my strategy to see what would work. Because I think like permaspike would be cool. If I put the permaspike right here and then put them on close, that would be pretty helpful too. Because then, oh no, it wouldn't actually, huh? Because that means this one's going to eat it up. And that's only halfway through this track. And it's at the end of this track. I have to think that one through. But yeah, let me know what you guys did. Maybe we can compare some strategies here. And then yeah, so hopefully you guys made it to the live stream. And if you're watching this after the live stream, well, thank you for joining. You guys are awesome. You know who you are. And thanks for following on there. And thanks for hanging out. And I'm just kind of like, just got off work. It's been a long day and I'm about to stream. So I've got to like lost up my commentary right now, guys. But I'm hoping you guys like this because it was actually kind of easy. Not easy. It actually did take me half the day. But luckily, when I'm at work, I have downtime. So I was able to kind of work on it at work. And so by the time I got home, I was ready to knock this thing out. Make it easy, and we still got a ton of money left over for round 80, so you can add whatever you want to make it a little super easier. I'm going to throw in another sniper, but I'm going to throw him over here actually, so we can get that little alchemist buff, and just to make it faster, because if not, the sniper keeps everything so far back that it's just easier to have more popping power on everything. But this is it, guys. This is simple. This is easy. This is high finance alternate balloon rounds, and I think impoppable might be a little tougher, but this was no monkey knowledge on ABR, so I figure with some ABR you guys can knock it out, or I mean with some monkey knowledge. I don't know if I do impoppable without monkey knowledge. I feel like that's asking for trouble. So that's another question too. So I think I've asked 3 questions this time, but let me know below if I was to do impoppable. First, tell me yes, do impoppable. And then second, say yes to monkey knowledge or no monkey knowledge. Because remember, I do have my monkey knowledge maxed out. So if you guys don't, it won't be the same strategy for you guys to follow for the most part. So I would like to know yes if I should do impoppable, and yes or no if I should do monkey knowledge. Well, sorry for all these questions, guys, but you guys are amazing, and I know I'll get some cool answers and some cool feedback from my next videos. And I hope you guys liked this. Again, let me know below if you did, and thank you guys for just hanging out, and hopefully you made it to the live stream, and I will see you guys Friday for the Axis of Power achievement. Hopefully you guys will be there for that too. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.